A Portland neighborhood is being tested for lead. Officials say an old smelting factory gone for decades could actually be poisoning people who live there. Welcome everyone to KOIN Local 6 at 6. I'm Kelly Day. Jeff Gianola is off tonight. This is actually a follow on a story you saw first on 6. And now the testing is underway in the Johns Landing area. The question is, just how widespread is this contamination? KOIN Local 6 reporter Ken BODDIE is live in Southwest Portland tonight with some answers for us. Ken?
Well, Kelly, we are in the Johns Landing neighborhood of Southwest Portland, and the DEQ says the smelter, which wasn't too far from here, actually threw lead into the air and onto the ground.
We're seeing pretty high concentrations at the property itself, but then when you move immediately away, significantly less concentrations.
The DEQ's Scott MANZANO and geologist Ken Cameron are taking the samples, starting near this property where the Multnomah Metals lead smelter operated in the early to mid-1900s. Dawn Lewis lives in the house where the smelter once stood.
I'm not concerned at all. I was told right when I moved in, and I find it not a concern at all.
But some of Dawn's neighbors feel differently. A lot of folks in the neighborhood learned about the possible lead contamination at a meeting just weeks ago.
I just want to know how I can know that we're being safe by eating the fruits that are coming from these trees that have been inhabited in that soil.
DEQ says they are looking for any samples with more than 400 parts per million of lead. In early sampling, they found soil with readings in the low hundreds into the thousands.
So anything over 400, we tell folks that their kids shouldn't be playing in that material. They should be washing their vegetables. That's the number.
At high levels, lead is toxic to people and is especially dangerous for children. It can interfere with nervous system development and cause learning and behavior disorders. This preliminary sampling will let DEQ know if further testing is needed and how many properties within this 4-block radius could be most affected. Well, once the testing comes back, here are some of the remedies that could happen. There could be soil removal in this neighborhood to take out the contamination, or there could be some landscaping changes to create a barrier between the contamination and the lead. The DEQ says that they will pay for that work unless it gets too costly. Then they'll ask the federal government for help. Reporting for you in the Johns Landing neighborhood of Southwest Portland, Ken BODDIE, KOIN Local 6.
Thank you, Ken. And of course, we'll continue to follow this First on 6 story and bring you the results as soon as we get them. You can get updates online, KOINLocal6.com, Facebook and Twitter as well.